Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Oh my goodness. Let me pull up a chair and tell you all about what's been on my mind with General Hospital these days. I've been watching that show for more years than I can count on both hands, honey, and it still manages to surprise me every single week. But right now, my heart is just aching for Jordan Ashford. That strong, beautiful woman has always been one of my favorites, the kind who faces every storm with her head held high and a whole lot of courage. Lately, though, after that awful car accident, she woke up in the hospital and, well, she just isn't the same Jordan we all know and love. It feels like something bigger is going on inside her, something the doctors are starting to whisper about, a possible brain issue that nobody saw coming. Lord, it's got me worried sick, and I bet a lot of you longtime viewers feel the same way. I keep thinking back to how Jordan used to be. She was the police commissioner, remember? Tough as nails, but with a heart as big as Texas. She'd stand up for her friends and family no matter what. Now, ever since she opened her eyes in that hospital bed, it's like a piece of her spark is missing. Some people might say it's just PTSD from the crash, and bless their hearts, that would be plenty hard enough on its own. But I've lived long enough to know that sometimes life throws in an extra twist, and I can't shake the feeling the show is hinting at something deeper, something we haven't quite seen yet. It makes me sit there on my couch with my afternoon tea, shaking my head and saying a little prayer that the writers give her the healing she truly deserves. Let me tell you about the moment that really tugged at my heartstrings. Her good friend Justine Turner stopped by the hospital with the prettiest bouquet of flowers you ever saw, just trying to be there like any real friend would. Jordan didn't yell or make a big fuss, but she was so cold, so distant. She barely looked at those flowers and told Justine flat out she wasn't in the mood for visitors, then asked her to leave right away. Poor Justine looked so hurt as she walked out of that room. I felt it right here in my chest, like I was watching a sister turn away her own family. That's not the Jordan we've watched for years, the one who'd open her door and her heart to the people she cared about. My sweet mama used to say, a true friend is like a warm blanket on a chilly evening. You wrap it around you and feel safe. Jordan used to be exactly that kind of blanket. Seeing her push someone away so quickly just didn't sit right with me at all. It left me wondering what kind of pain she's carrying that we can't see on the outside. And then Tuesday's episode, April 21, it only got more surprising. Jordan was talking with Felicia Scorpio, who was only there as her defense attorney trying to help sort things out. Felicia's been a friend to so many on the show, always kind and steady, but Jordan was so chilly and distant with her too. It was like watching someone pull a shade down over their whole personality. But the part that really made my eyes go wide and my teacup stop halfway to my mouth was when Dr. Isaiah Gannon came in. That poor man was just doing his job, being gentle and professional, giving her some helpful advice about reconstructive surgery and what might help her get back on her feet. He wasn't pushing or anything, just trying to be useful. And Jordan, she snapped at him something fierce, criticizing him like he'd done her a personal wrong. It came out of nowhere and felt so sharp, so unlike the woman who's always been fair and level-headed. I sat there thinking, oh dear, this isn't just the accident talking. There's something else brewing behind those eyes, something that might need more than time to heal. You know, at my age, I've seen enough of life to understand that a hard knock on the head from something like a car wreck can change a person in ways we don't expect. It's not always just the visible bruises. Sometimes the mind gets a little foggy or the heart gets a little guarded without us even realizing it. I keep hoping the doctors on the show will figure this out soon and help Jordan find her way back to the strong, caring soul she's always been. She's already been through so much, raising a family, fighting for what's right, losing people she loved. She deserves some peace and a chance to smile, that warm smile again. The writers have done such a beautiful job making us care about her, and now they've got me on the edge of my seat every single day, rooting for her like she's one of my own neighbors. I'll keep tuning in just like I have for decades, sipping my tea and hoping the next episode brings a little light into Jordan's story. Life's too short to watch the good people we love struggle alone, even if they're only characters on our favorite soap. But they feel real to us, don't they? They've kept me company through lonely afternoons and given me something to look forward to. Whatever is clouding Jordan's mind right now, I truly believe she's going to come through it stronger because that's the kind of woman she is at heart. Bless her heart. I just know she'll find her way back soon, and I can't wait to see it happen. What about you, dear? Have you been feeling the same tug watching her lately? It sure has me saying an extra little prayer for her each night before I turn off the TV. Oh my goodness, let me settle in with my cup of tea and tell you what's been happening on General Hospital lately. My heart has been so heavy watching Jordan Ashford these past few weeks. I've followed her story for years, and she's always been such a strong, steady woman, the kind who could face anything with her chin up and a determined look in her eyes. But ever since that terrible car accident, she just hasn't been herself, and it's breaking my heart to see it. Curtis Ashford is beside himself with worry and anger. When he heard how Jordan snapped at Dr. Isaiah Gannon, he got so worked up that he marched right over and warned the doctor to stay far away from his girlfriend. I could see the fire in Curtis's eyes. He's hurting too, you know? He loves Jordan deeply, and watching her struggle like this is tearing him up inside. It reminds me of what my own dear husband used to say: when the woman you love is in pain, it feels like the whole world is tilted wrong. Poor Curtis is trying so hard to protect her, but I wonder if his anger might make things even harder. Then there was that moment in the hospital hallway when Jordan ran into Portia Robinson. Oh, honey, it wasn't pretty. Jordan didn't hold back at all. She said some really harsh, mean-spirited things to Portia. Now, I know Portia hasn't always been perfect. She can be a little sharp sometimes, but even I could tell that Portia genuinely wanted to help Jordan in her time of need. She wasn't there to stir trouble. She was reaching out as one woman to another. Jordan, though, wouldn't hear any of it. She pushed her away just like she did with Justine earlier. It made me sad because deep down, I think Jordan is scared and hurting more than she lets on. What really pulled at my heartstrings was when Jordan caught sight of herself in the mirror. She broke down and cried so hard, those big, uncontrollable sobs that shake your whole body. She told Curtis how awful it felt to look at her own face now, how she was terrified that's how everyone would see her from now on. Bless her heart, I can only imagine how frightening that must be. She's always been such a beautiful, confident woman, and suddenly her reflection feels like a stranger staring back. When Isaiah mentioned reconstructive surgery, he was only trying to give her hope, but it lit a fuse in Jordan. She exploded with anger, and I could feel how raw and deep that pain runs. The car crash nearly took her life, and she should feel grateful just to be breathing. But at the same time, it's only natural for her to feel angry and overwhelmed. She even pointed out to Curtis that fixing her face could take years of surgeries. That shows she understands how long and difficult the road ahead really is. Still, the way she's acting, lashing out at Portia, at Isaiah, and even pushing away her friends, feels like more than just regular sadness. She's not only emotional, she's downright furious and taking it out on the people closest to her. That's what worries me the most. Is this just PTSD from the accident, or could there be something else going on? The show has been dropping little hints about a possible brain issue that no one knew about before. I keep wondering if that crash caused a tumor or some kind of chemical imbalance in her brain that's making her have these sudden outbursts. It's scary to think about, but it would explain why her temper flares up so quickly and why she's pushing away the very people who love her. I can already see how this might cause trouble between her and Curtis. He's trying so hard to be patient and supportive, but if Jordan keeps snapping and shutting everyone out, even the strongest love can start to feel the strain. During recovery, there will surely be good days and bad days, and her family will need to stick by her. But what if her behavior keeps getting worse over time? Will people start to suspect it's not just PTSD? Will Curtis and the others begin to worry that something more serious is happening inside her head? Watching all this unfold has me sitting on the edge of my seat every afternoon. I've lived long enough to know that life can change in the blink of an eye, and sometimes the hardest battles are the ones we can't see from the outside. Jordan has always been a fighter, and I truly believe she has that strength still buried deep inside. I just hope the doctors figure this out soon, and that Curtis, Portia, and all their loved ones find the patience and understanding to help her through the stormy days. I'll keep watching faithfully, saying a little prayer each night that Jordan finds her way back to the warm, strong woman we all admire. Life's too precious to lose the people we care about, even if they're only on our TV screen. They've kept me company through so many quiet evenings, and right now, my heart is right there in that hospital with Jordan. Bless her heart. I sure hope she gets the healing she needs, inside and out. What do you think, dear? Does it feel like there might be something more serious going on with her? I'd love to hear how you're feeling as you watch her story, too.